Hello everyone, it is Liam Caddison here. We are back with RWBY, and it's so great to say that. I mean, obviously the trailer came out not too long ago, but we got an episode of RWBY to enjoy. It's been a couple of years, of course, since Volume 8, and now we are here. We are going into, I guess, Wonderland terrain, as the trailer kind of suggests, doesn't it? But, yeah, I am really, really excited to get into this. It's going to be a very, very interesting season, given how we did conclude things with with Volume 8, should I say. Yeah, I'm really, really excited to see what this first episode does provide us with. I'm not sure how long it's going to be until, Team RWBY will eventually, as the trailer suggests, finds their way back. It's going to be very, very interesting to see what does happen overall with this volume, especially since we are, I guess for the most part, detached from Remnant. So, yeah, I'm excited to get into this. With that said, let's get into the first episode of RWBY Volume 9. Let's go. Okay. Here we go.
This is the story of a girl who had a lot of problems.
Ooh, the heartbeat. Oh, shoot! Oh, we're getting a first-person perspective of the... Okay.
Should have never been born.
Oh my goodness. Damn, this is really intense, like seeing that... Oh. Seeing this first-person perspective. Oh! Damn, Neo really... Oh, shoot. Really? Holy dang, Neo is really coming at her like no tomorrow. Wow. That was intense. We picked up from shoot. Holy dang. Just how the animation pops. Oh. What are you doing in my swamp? It's kind of like, well, I was gonna say it's kind of like looping. Yeah, oh, it is actually looping. Okay. She keeps ending up in the same location. Oh, Ruby. Of course it rains when she cries. Cute.
Now, if only you could help me.
I could try. Why are you yelling?
Because you.
Did you want to share? Oh, I guess it's only fair.
No, that's all right. I guess I've just never really spoken to a mouse before.
Quite the unorthodox situation, isn't it?
Well, I guess I've never spoken to you before. What are you?
Oh, I'm a human. A girl. Actress.
That's a lot of things.
I'm Ruby Rose.
And to Ruby Rose is your purpose?
No,
Oh,
that's my name.
this mouse is already
Do you have a
adorable.
name?
I'm still young, so not yet.
How about I call you Little for now?
Little.
Would that be all right?
How does one little?
You think really hard. Oh man.
Huh? What's wrong?
Have you seen other people? Humans. Like me.
Exactly like you?
No, not exactly
Well,
like me,
one might be
We're
exactly
similar.
like
but different.
her. Who knows?
I'm sure it'll make sense eventually.
One would have long blonde hair. The other has, well, cat ears.
Oh yeah. Not
Sorry, I should have known. I've seen plenty of cartoons.
Jerry was always a menace.
I've never seen anyone who does or doesn't look like you. But maybe someone in my village has. They're always out foraging. You know, since we need food and stuff.
Other mice?
Speaking of which, a few more of these wouldn't hurt.
Ah.
You really think it's around here somewhere? I wouldn't exactly say I'm
Blake!
certain about anything at the moment. Gamble's shroud fell after you and Ruby, but before I did.
Okay,
And
so
we
they
found each other.
yeah,
So,
they rendezvoused. So that's
what
neat.
is this place? I don't know. None of my guesses really make sense. Blake, I'm really glad you're okay.
Aww.
I'm really glad you are too. And if we are, then that means Yang and Ruby might be.
Say Yang first.
Weiss, can you... What happened after we fell? We should focus on finding everyone else first. I think I see something.
Yang? Ruby?
I guess it could have been worse.
Yeah.
Well, good news.
In a bit of
I'm
a
low on
pickle.
dust. That wasn't an invitation, Weiss. Sorry.
Nice. Oh yeah, that's that's gonna be a pain. Oh, she's almost there, and oh, what? Oh, is this Little's
The trap has been sprung! Justice befalls our prey!
Are they talking? Not what I'm worried about right now.
So I'm guessing this is
Are you drooling on me?
And on this day, we were not the prey, but the hunter! What's going on? Oh, hey, it's your cat friend.
quite the
Adversary
unorthodox
approaches. We must
situation.
minimize our kin. I didn't know what to do because she looked sad. But then we talked and she seemed less sad. Then she pulled the cheese out of the ground on her own.
Ah!
You have our sincerest apologies. Please understand that our kind is a bit skeptical of cats. And snakes. And cats.
We understand. If we could ask, have you seen anyone else who looks like us?
Blonde.
Long, blonde hair.
Yeah.
Looks kind of scary, but isn't.
But could be if she wanted to.
Not helping them. Ah.
Thanks anyway. Before all of this, I was trying to go to that cliff over there. I figured going to higher ground and getting my bearings would be good.
Sounds like the best option for now.
If you want to go to the cliff, I could help with that. I don't really have anything to do yet.
Yet?
Yeah, Little's gonna
I
be
could
a
your
really
trusty guide.
resourceful companion. Oh. And they're not napping.
Or, I guess we can figure it out ourselves.
At least they got us to this path. We need to hurry. Yang's been down here the longest, and we still haven't found her.
Oh shoot, yeah, because she
Weiss,
was
was
accidentally
wondering.
first.
If you fell, and are there others down here too? What happened?
I don't know if anyone else fell. No. I think we should find Yang. If she's even down here. Then we can go over everything.
I was gonna say Yang is.
just-
Whoa! Whoa! What? What the heckings?
Searching.
Is that?
Listening.
Okay, that's freaky as. Ooh. Yeah, still lost as the present. Is that supposed to be the Jabberwock?
I said I wasn't done with you yet!
Yes! Woo! Of course she's gonna say Blake. Oh shit, her arm.
Retreat. Point. Return.
Okay, that thing is freaky as heck. I don't like it.
Damn it! You weren't supposed to be here.
Oh,
if you thought we
Yang.
wouldn't come for you, then you must have forgotten who raised me. What happened to your
Save
arm?
Ruby.
I don't think you'd believe me if I told you.
Why not? You seem trustworthy.
Ruby?
What is that?
Oh!
Yang?
My bumblebee
I
heart.
sort of thought you'd be a little happier to see us.
I am. It's just... it must have gone pretty bad, huh?
You could say that. Why? Oh my goodness.
Weiss.
Everything happened so fast. No one came back from Vacuo to help. And Penny, Sean tried to help, but she sacrificed herself.
Oh, Ruby. Oh, man.
So, we have no idea what happened to the relic. Or what happened to everyone in Vacuo.
Yes.
Or
Ugh,
where
Cinder.
Neo is.
Ugh.
Maybe everyone else made it.
I don't know, but I have a bad feeling.
Neo's here too.
Hey, are you alright?
Oh,
She
processing
attacked me when we
Penny.
were falling.
Okay. Ruby's weapon is still missing. Yang's arm was stolen. I think we focus on getting everything back. Then we can figure out exactly how to get out of here. Wherever here is.
But what if we can't leave? Or what if
we're dead?
Oh,
Till you all found me, I thought for sure I was.
No,
Whoa.
I don't think we're dead. I know how this sounds, but I think we're in a fairy tale.
A land of wonder. Oh, man. Oh. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Volume 9 OP. Wow. Holy shit balls. Different costumes, holy shit. Ooh. There, oh my god, the Wonderland vibes. Who's that? Oh my god, Neo. Oh. This slaps so hard. Hello? Oh. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Concept art's just killing it. That intro visually and audibly slapped so hard. Female voice. Okay, so I'm assuming that's that person that wound up on the beach. Because there was a person who we assume is, you know, this person right here, who was leading the group along, and I'm assuming she's going to play an integral figure. Not just that though, but I'm gonna throw a hunch, because, like I said, it seems like she's going to be an integral figure, given her prominence in the OP, which, but I'm certain there was a fairy tale Ozpin once told. That was, I think it was about the girl who fell through. I'm not sure, but. Yeah, if she obviously, we didn't see her in the scuffle at the conclusion of Volume 8, but like, where did she come from? So yeah, I'm assuming she's going to relate to that fairy tale that Osmond told about someone who fell through the world, but kind of like how everyone else did. But oh man, I mean, this volume is like, I don't know, I'm just really worried because Ruby's mentality, like especially when you saw it through those final moments where she just dropped, and not just that though, but she cried as well before Little confronted her, and the OP as well. I'm just really worried for her mentality. And of course there was that like first instance, especially from Yang, what if we're dead? So we're back, but I gotta say, I freaking love the, like, especially the singular character shots, especially corresponding with their with their color themes as well. So man, the Wonderland vibes is already like, especially with that creature that they fought, which I don't know. The first instance or the first instance, should I say, you see and hear it. I don't know. It was giving me Jabberwock vibes. But we'll just have to wait and see because it's not the last we've seen of it. So yeah, but it was also very, very interesting how we wound up here, and everyone else, like everyone of Team RWBY kind of lost something. Crescent Rose, obviously, that's still a missing thing. Yang's arm, with Blake, she found her weapons, of course, again, but still wound up in this land, losing them. And obviously the lack of dust for Weiss, so wow. I mean, I'm definitely going to have to rewatch that OP over and over again, especially to absorb all of the Alice in Wonderland parallels. But there are some that do stick out for me, especially character related. But you saw, you know, some Alice in Wonderland themed characters, some like new characters in terms of who we're going to be dealing with as the volume rolls on, as we did in the trailer as well. Because we also had the Cheshire Cat, voiced by Robbie Damon, appear. So yeah, but it's going to be very interesting to see what does happen. I kind of have a feeling on a few characters are going to be based on. I do definitely feel like with Neo there is a kind of Mad Hatter vibe. She might, especially with her being, I guess, integral in terms of antagonists for Team RWBY. She might be integral to this volume of RWBY, and I don't want to say the main opponent really, but we'll have to wait and see what does happen. So, and the new girl, whomever she is, I definitely do kind of feel like she might, I don't know, adopt the role of Alice, maybe, I'm not sure. But she does seem to have a very, very integral part, seemingly leading the pack, really. So, at some point, whether it's next episode or the episode after, because I don't know how many episodes there are this volume, but I do imagine, especially with Jean, there's going to be a bit of focus there as well, that she will be pretty much fundamental for Team RWBY. So, yeah. But not just that, though. You can kind of get a vibe that this is going to be very character-focused, especially for RWBY. With what she went through in this episode and the OP as well, expanding upon it, this is going to be a rough volume for RWBY. Especially with the fact that, like, there was that moment as well where she went to reach for Crescent Rose. Wasn't there, obviously. And we saw with in the OP the It's going to make an appearance, of course. We saw it in the OP with the mysterious girl leaving. So, yeah, but I definitely do feel like with how Ruby kind of had a bit of a breakdown when she was all alone before Little confronted her, with the way that she collapsed after hearing about Penny, which is something we're going to need to talk about as well. Yeah, this is going to be a rough one. I definitely do feel like this is going to be Ruby's probably toughest volume yet in terms of dealing with, in terms of mentality and whatnot. And I'm not ready for the emotions, but I definitely do feel like this, especially with how it lacks your Salem, how it lacks Nora, Ren Nora, should I say, as well as everyone else in Remnant. We're going to be obviously focused on, getting back to Remnant, where I imagine when we get back, things are going to be absolute. I don't know. There's that vibe when we do return. Things are going to be absolutely devastated in terms of, Remnant. So we'll just have to wait and see. But I can definitely do feel like that there is going to be a very character-centric volume, which is something that I'm here for, especially if it's going to, develop pushes for certain characters before shit really does hit the fan when we return to Remnant. It's really, it's going to be really, really fundamental to focus on certain characters like Ruby, who has been going through a bit, who I mean, as of recent volumes, there has been that kind of I don't know, I would say that roughness, but things are definitely a bit more rougher from this first episode alone. So, and I'm kind of ready for it, but I'm also I am also not ready to see how she's going to handle the reality of what happened to Penny, because that is something we want to talk about. The fact that obviously we know what happened to Penny, and I mean, I'm very curious to see how Jean is going to how things are going to be in regards to Jean, because of the fact that it obviously was really, really rough for him when with Penny's death. So, but I am very, very curious to see how everyone's going to handle what the full details about what happened to Penny with Jean and that. So yeah. Now here's a little thing as well in regards to Jean. I mean, going through the trailer, I did kind of want to speculate that maybe Jean might be the Armored Knight. It might be someone else, but for some reason my first thought process was Jean. Now, that could still apply here, but I'm also thinking he might don the whole White Rabbit kind of moniker, just because of his symbol on his shirt, of course, way back when, but also in this OP we saw mechanics of a clock. So yeah, it's kind of bridging things together, but I don't know, it could be something else about it could be something else about the fact that if Jean is the Armored Knight, they're not going to rush shit, like especially if this is going to be focused on Team RWBY and all of that. So he might have wound up here at a different point in time or whatever, because obviously he's still separated and all of that. So is Neo, but she's seemingly gonna have her own gang, seemingly based on the OP. So yeah, as well as donning the whole Mad Hatter routine. I mean, it makes perfect sense. So yeah. But yeah, Jean is definitely gonna be feeling pretty rough, I feel, in regards to once everyone finds out about how Jean did the deed, and not just that though, but just the anguish he went through in the last episode. So it's gonna. I'm very interested in that area, but I am very interested in regards to what's gonna happen with Ruby's mentality, because we already saw it, and I did find it very, very interesting how the land seems to operate around, like, I don't know, in terms of a character's I don't know. I want to say individuality, because of course there was that lost vibe that Ruby felt, and you know, the island kept circling, it kept looping and looping, and then when she cried, the heavens opened as well. So that is something that I kind of assumed, because of the fact that I don't think it's any kind of coincidence that, you know, Ruby was struggling, and you know, you've got a looping environment that's not helping whatsoever, because that's gonna that's gonna maintain the struggle, but also it's no coinky dink that it rained when Ruby cried. So yeah, so there's already some fascinating elements, obviously, when you adapt Alice in Wonderland into RWBY. There's already some fascinating elements, especially that monster who, I mean, I got impressions that that's the Jabberwock. Like, it was fucking terrifying, I will say that. That was really, really freaky. It was on Nukkalavi levels of freaky. Just with and I gotta say, this counts for all of the creatures that we've already encountered so far in terms of this Wonderland. But their animation seems very, very different, obviously, to Team RWBY. Not just in terms of the way they move as well, but you know, there were certain outlines as well that made them pop out a bit more, if that makes sense, as if the, you know, black outline was more noticeable, which I think if you're gonna like go for a different kind of world, and if you're gonna base it off Wonderland, where it's just gonna be absolutely vibrant and all of that, it works really. So yeah. But yeah, that had to be the Jabberwock. I am not even thinking anything else but that. But it does seem like we're not done with that, which is going to be great, because it was, you know, freaky. So I'm ready to be, you know, freaked out even further, just with how it was twitching and that kind of with what it was coming out with. Yeah, but and also that Bumblebee hug, that was wholesome. I mean, of course, Yang had to save. I mean, Blake was up against the Jabberwock. Not just that though, but obviously Team RWBY. But it was more so Blake versus but that hug. Right, and if this is going to be, I'm not going to try and push the bow out here, because, you know, it might not happen this volume, it might happen next volume, but I'm just thinking, if this is going to definitely be character-centric, like, obviously Ruby's looking like the main focus, but it doesn't mean that the other characters don't get a chance to shine. But if this is going to be a character-focused season, and especially with that hug in mind, and not just that though, but when you got to think about the fact that they were in their minds they were facing certain death, with the fact that Yang is talking about, did we die, etc., as well as that sacrifice that Yang made at the end of Volume 8. There is gonna, I don't know, that it seems like the perfect time for feelings to maybe be addressed, because of that whole "I thought you died" situation, and I like that whole idea of I thought I was going to die, and, you know, there not being any kind of regrets and all of that. And if this does tie to the whole, you know, character arc situation, then, you know, I feel like it might be ample opportunity, but we'll have to wait and see what does happen. So yeah. But wow, it was really, really powerful stuff in regards to You know, RWBY already like showcasing those signs of. I would say it's gonna lead lean towards a depressive arc, which is it's gonna be very, very interesting to explore. But yeah, but I was kind of surprised. I mean, I half kind of expected it, but also half kind of expected them to all reunite in episode 2 or 3. But I guess there might be a lot to unpack, so merging them together in episode 1 might be ideal. But yeah, like I said, I was kind of half surprised, half not, that they all reunited within the first episode. But at the end of the day, it is looking like to be a very, very maybe painful season, maybe interesting. I mean, it's, you know, Alice in Wonderland. It's going to be a very, very interesting journey to explore. So I'm excited, but yeah, neat first initial episode to get back into the groove of things with RWBY, so I'm looking forward to exploring the rest of this volume. So yeah, but with that said, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!